I do need to get into the practice of talking about who I am, don't I, for raiders? I kind of rely too much on the fact that I know it's you raiding me. If and when you raid me. Oh, also I'm playing this on PS5 and look how smoothly it's running. Okay, now I can start this. But, to catch you up on what's going on, we just completed a mission where sibling of main character... Ooh, that was really cool. Main character, basically superimposed an entire nation over top of Natlan to try and rebuild its ley lines. To get the rest of the beacons, because I forgot where they were, and the guy who made the guide got turned around so much, frustrated me to no end. I needed to look up a guide to get the rest of the beacons. Don't you just love it when the people who make the guides don't know how to make a guide? In any capacity. Okay. Return to special story mode. Continue the quest.
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful! Festival season means no commissions, which means no more.
He ran into a wall 3 times and doubled back so often. Thing is, he cut out where he was going, but not the doubling back. Oh, so this is just a poor editing thing. Ooh, that's even worse. Like...
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
That's over... So, quite literally, let me explain what's happened to me recently. I realized that next week's Monster Hunter Wild... So I looked around for a similar-looking area.
Don't delegate their work to others this time of year.
But, So what I did for a recent Monster Hunter Wilds episode was record... Because it was the Jin Dahad, where my stream got really laggy. So it was, like, almost unwatchable until I fixed it right before the Jin Dahad fight. So what I did was I recorded myself rewatching the Jin Dahad intro sequence. And I posted that at the beginning of the video. I forgot to do that. I forgot to remove that part for the following episode, next week's episode.
No big deal.
So I gotta fix that.
How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Soon-ish.
Stargazing? Like
Which I can just,
You know people start reserving places on Starsearch
go back
right
into the editing.
Goes down. Sorry,
My dog was
I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh,
but it might be a case of... It's
I
just...
can walk you home.
I usually try and use Word...
Thank you. I just need some time to
or
myself.
map, like Word
Besides, there's
guides
something
or maps.
I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Huh? Wait. Are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Here, I thought this was a breakup.
See that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best love, friendship stories is already over? So,
Did you at least find what you were looking for?
Unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine. Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better.
I was originally going to do story quests for this stream, but
Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is...
I
for
finished
me
the
to
game in
figure
order to
out.
Lord class.
It
Going
is
to do
Windbloom
another
after
run and
all.
finally finish
Anyway,
doing a holy
I have
run.
patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Well, holy moly!
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It's a toxic gas.
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
I'm flattered, Miss Donna, although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
I don't know how I feel about what's happening right now.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore.
Something weird is going
If I had to
on.
compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love. But then I saw you,
Woof.
and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
What is going on in this town?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Paralogism. That's a word I should know. Why is that a word I should know? A piece of illogical or... Whoa, dear! TV almost fell asleep. A piece of illogical or phallicus... I don't like that word. Reasoning, especially one which appears superficially logical, or which the reasoner believes to be logical. Eh?
How many forging commissions do I have?
Eh? Where am I going? Hello? Game, tell me where I'm going. Thank you, game, for telling me where I'm going. So, basically, something illogical is happening, but people are viewing it as logical? Like, they don't see a reason why it would be weird? But clearly they do see it as weird because the one knight just said, I went to the doctor. They told me nothing was wrong.
Ah, Kaya, you found them.
Who are you?
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
What's about to happen?
Headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Why do I feel like something bad's about to happen?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order.
Note, Captain of the second company. Skiron, Captain of the third. Eula, Captain of the fourth.
You're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
So one of them is obviously a playable character.
Jean!
And I think it's Note. Thank you for coming. Is everything alright? I don't like when characters don't have voice lines, but others do. But I understand why. It just bothers me. Number of incidents.
Trial?
Whoops.
But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
Fusion, you have... excuse me. Knights of Oblivious oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt, of course, the interests and fairness, blah, 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 blah. Major cases are tried jointly with the church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice, blah, blah, blah. Today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
The group of people we saw at the corridor just now, there's someone missing.
Right. He's the captain of the investigation team. But we didn't see him out there.
Is he the one on trial? In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will try our utmost to understand the facts of the case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Did he go berserk? I know he's made of chalk. Sucrose, Kaya, Diluc. This entire room is dreary as all get out. The trial will be fair. Now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt, for the time being, I, Jean Gunhilder, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as assessor, a representative of our respective organizations. We will serve.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the Church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
The defendant in today's case is Captain of the Investigation Team, Albedo. Albedo, what did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, the trial is not open to the public. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after a final verdict is delivered. Captain of the Logistics Company, Miss Hartha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed?
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hartha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the Church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Oh, that's the serious charge. Okay.
Murder?
Moida?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way.
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
So is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind.
Step away from him. Regardless of whether or not he is innocent, why is a key witness standing so close to a murder suspect? Where is the logic behind this? Put her somewhere away from the murder scene. He's not even cuffed to the chair. That chair looks like it would break after a stiff breeze.
I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body. Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I now turn to the defendant to describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor, and that's my headquarters. That's right, the next day the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
That's your voice? I mean, no disrespect, but that's your voice. If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious.
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear.
Why are you standing?
Didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
But you'll stand next to the supposed murder suspect?
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
Okay, but why would they be here if he buried the body?
The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
Is the sleepwalking guard missing a shoe? And yet no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
And I'm not calling her a liar either. It's just, it's so weird. I guess it's part of the bit. Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there is no body or motive. He has a point.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone, which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
What? Aren't they supposed to list all charges first?
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
It's going to be the sleepwalking knight, isn't it?
Wait, that's...
Oh no, it was Diluc. Around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath the cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall, thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only ask to inquire as to what Mr. Do was doing in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. It's the Luke. I believe he would do that, to be honest. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time, that's all. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo, yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
Teeth and femur of a human. Now it begs the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here.
Would alchemy be able to do that, though? I mean, technically. But not at that rate. If we're giving some credence to some proper amount of time, it would probably have taken Albedo 15 minutes roughly to bury a body with his power. Given another 5 minutes, at a generous 5 minutes, because I don't think Albedo would run to leave the scene, and then maybe another 5 to 10 minutes to dig up the body. So, could a body decompose that quickly in 15 minutes? I don't even think the strongest acid could get rid of a body in 15 minutes.
Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle, alchemy. Logical acceptance, but we have witnesses of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with the student Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning with Mr. Albedo present. There are so many characters missing voice lines, and I keep bringing it up, but oh my goodness, it's throwing me off.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Would never kill someone. He would never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
You've never dealt with scientists before!
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did falling asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose, you don't have to lie to me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Cannot be substantiated, do you understand? Once again. Okay, but not long after midnight, and then he was seen at about 3:40? Would it take him 3 hours and 40 minutes to get to the location to bury the body? Yes, I know claiming innocent without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's no mention of a motive, and what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains?
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Are you Conrian? Every time I see diamond eyes now, I think Conrian. No, your eyes would be bluer.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
You read the whole damn thing. A correspondence.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, Delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
Confirms the defendant's handwriting and that the letter makes more than passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
It's conclusive on the charges of murder and unlawful disposal. I feel like we're missing something. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me his secret once, that he is a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have been... They were made of chalk. The things that he created... He made copies of himself. That had to be it. Following in just because he's an alchemical creation, that would be the only... That would only make him more suspicious. This took a turn for the worse.
Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. Star Snatch Cliff, he's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You'll know when you get there. Go on. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. I'm not gonna lie, having half of them speak is pretty bad for the flow of the situation. Not only that, but maybe do text until all the lines are finished. No. I feel like that would be a good compromise. So okay, so here's what I understand is happening with... Okay, so I already did that. Here's what I understand is happening with the voice lines. And it's not so much a compromise. It's not really something they can fully compromise on. As far as I'm aware, for the past couple of years, there has been a strike going on, or some form of strike going on between lower-end voice actors and some high-end voice actors too, going against corporations who don't want to give... Oh, it's Barbados. It's Venti. Who don't want to give voice actors proper treatment.
Traveler, climb on. I could hear your arrival upon the wind.
They definitely changed his voice actor.
Venti, did you send us that message?
No,
Um,
I did.
Oh, hi, Dahlia.
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right? That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The
So
legendary
what's
honorary
because
knight.
of that?
You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a
There
chat.
are some actors for previous voice lines for characters. Because Rosaria, I know for a fact, had voice lines in the past. But I think because of how long it took. Now, there's also another reason that a character wouldn't have voice lines, and I will get to that in a minute. But I know Rosaria had voice lines in the past, and now she doesn't. I know the Traveler definitely did in the past, and they don't. They changed Paimon's voice actor, and there's a reason behind that one, though, from what I can tell from Jester. And I think one other character was changed, and I can't remember what it is. So because of that, game devs are scrambling to find English voice actors, or voice actors in general. It's mostly the English ones. They're trying to find the English voice actors to replace the people who are no longer a part of it. However, there is an alternative to it. Well, there's two alternatives to it. The other reason for why a voice actor wouldn't be able to reprise a role at a specific time is because there is a conflict in schedule. And this happens with a lot of movies, mostly movies, like TV series, a lot of different things. If a voice actor has no ability, or actor in general, or anybody involved in that stuff, has no ability to, return in time for recording voices and stuff like that, they can't really do much about it. It kind of has to just progress without it. But they don't just release the movie with only half of it voice acted. See, that's the thing, though. Movies aren't games. Movies have to be recorded all at once, basically. They have a set amount of time that they have to work with.
After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt
Sorry,
are
I'm
in
just
danger,
trying
I
to
should
keep
the
things
Animal
rolling as well.
Archon in the loop.
But they have a set time schedule they have to work in, and if a character, I'll give you a good example because I've been recently watching videos about it. Tremors and Tremors 2. Tremors, maybe even Tremors 3. Tremors had Reva McEntire and Kevin Bacon in it, right? Kevin Bacon said he never wanted to come back for Tremors 2. Reva McEntire probably did, but she couldn't because she was busy with something else. So she couldn't come back for Tremors 2. But the content can be held back for review. It's the same thing as releasing a game that's unfinished. The issue with it is that with certain games, and I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. The issue is this game is a global game. This is the issue, though. Because these games are being released globally and not country by country, the devs can't not hold content back. Because the Chinese voice acting is done, the Japanese voice acting is done, the Indian voice acting is done. These other countries aren't having this voice acting issue as far as I'm aware. It's mostly English that they're having the issues. Because, let's face it, America's fucked. So, they have all these parts of the game fully made. And if they don't release the content because of one portion of it, i.e. the English voice acting, well then they're losing a lot of money because of it. It sucks, and I hate it, and I do wish that we could find a solution for this a lot sooner. But see, the thing is, Genshin and Zenless Zone Zero, there actually is... They have a solution. And the solution is... Wait. They still release the content? Just hold back the English voice acting at that point. See, that's the thing, though. They do something really incredible that I have seen.
Of a friend is Barbados himself.
And that is, they take the voice acting, and they get like the voice actors that they want to work with it, and they go back and reinsert the lines during the missing portions. So...
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close.
Oh, by the way, there might be an ad. I was a bit delayed on that one. I need to do an ad blocking thing. Or an ad warning thing. Lucy, can you still hear me? I think you have... Like, can you still hear me? Trivago. I can't tell if that's in response. It's 5 minutes and I can't silence it.
Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Lol, get wrecked. I forget that I have ads. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I'm going to talk anyways. I thought for certain that Lucy was one of the ones that got a gifted sub. Regardless. I forget that I have ads, and I just kind of keep going when I probably should pause. So I'll get into that habit a little better.
No one can afford to slack off.
3 more minutes.
The Kryda Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
Let's get shit-faced.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts.
That was the most overcomplicated Taco Bell ad ever. Are you back?
I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials.
We're a taco place that sells chicken. I remember that ad.
Would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that.
They really
In such
overcomplicate it.
cases, even
Hi
the
Lucy, you're
second
back.
no
Welcome
better than
back.
to tamper with fate.
I've seen that ad. It's very complicated. I don't understand it. I want to touch on something real quick because I thought about this. What I heard from Jester in regards to one of the voice actors, I can't remember if it's Paimon's or somebody else's. The voice actor was canned. I was here to hear the disgusting tone-deaf singing.
If only there was a brave soul willing to
But
aid their friend in his time of need.
I remember
Should he meet a terrible
Jester
fate,
telling me that one of the
old
voice
Mondstadt could be
actors,
worse
I
for
think it
it.
was Paimon's, had been doing some rather disgusting stuff, and so they kind of got let go. So that's another thing that can cause a voice actor to go not like work through it. But I know for a fact that the yeah, it was Paimon. Okay, I know for a fact that
Well, even if
Hoyo at
Albedo wasn't
least
at the center of this
will
case,
record
protecting
voice lines at a
Mondstadt is
later
part of
date,
being an honorary
go
knight,
back into
right?
the data, and reinsert those voice lines for the characters if they are like
Behold!
voice line less.
Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
So
We're old pals.
I know it sucks now that there are voice lines that are like blank, and I'm always going to complain about it just because it ruins the flow of the situation and the severity of it. And I like voice acting because I have this audio quirk where I love hearing things.
That's all I ask. No matter
Like I
what
love
comes,
hearing emotion in
you have the
voices
wind on your side.
and all that stuff, even though technically speaking the actual voice actors aren't in the actual situations that they're in. But the reason I'm not too upset about it is because I know Hoyo will eventually go back and put those voice lines back in for a later date. It sucks for the events because usually the events don't return. But another thing that Hoyo does with this stuff that kind of... What? Oh no, I was supposed to go through there. But another thing that Hoyo does is that they save the voice acting for the important stuff. They save it for the Archon quests. They save it for the event quests. It's very... It honestly is very rarely used for the main part of the game, which is the world quests and the side quests. Because while the main story goes on, it is still such a small part of the game in actuality.
It's something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best
because on
with
average,
Albedo before.
the
He's an alchemist,
Archon
not a
quests, each one usually will last roughly anywhere between an hour to 4 hours, depending on what the content of it. But the world quests, in my experience, have been 5 hours. They have been 6 hours. I have spent 3 days on a single world quest before, or a world quest line, and there's no voice acting in it.
Hey, Gene!
So obviously there's the main story, but then there's the extra content to it that they don't have the voice acting for. So the players do get used to seeing these characters talking without proper voices. And I do think that's a great way to do it. That way they're not too upset about not hearing their character's favorite or their favorite character's voices sometimes, because shit happens. Like, you're obviously not going to always have voice actors being prepped every single day, and it sucks when a character will have an important character will have no proper voice lines. Like, I'm fully aware that it sucks, and I hate that they can't make everything work, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Especially when you have characters like Sayu, who are prolific voice actors in multiple things. They have Avdol from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Capitano. That was his voice. His voice actor was Avdol from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Stardust Crusaders. When you have big names like that, you're obviously not going to be able to constantly have them. Obviously, Capitano is a poor example because Capitano is a one-and-done character for the most part.
Accusations turn out to be true.
But Sayu is Sino in this game. He's a very important... Sayu is a very prolific voice actor. He has done a lot of voice acting for a lot of different games, a lot of different movies, series. He's Alejandro Saab. Like, that's the thing. He is Alejandro Saab. Oh, I can finally go upstairs. And he's not only balancing his own streaming channel, but he's also balancing voice acting and other things. He's also dealing with Amma, who is the Scuff Queen.
Head on in.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured.
So I do understand why sometimes there aren't going to be voice actors in every part of this game. I really do. I'm going to complain about it regardless, but I do understand it. And it will bug me. I am 100% certain it will bug the ever-loving crap out of me.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness, I'm like an owl. We'll start with this side. They resemble the ones you've seen before, never this time. It's always, penmanship is impeccable. Regarded as a simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air. That's not helping his case. One trope I actually don't like as well, because I know there's a lot of tropes I don't like, but a lot of them feel overdone for me, and that's why I don't like them. I'm not saying they're bad tropes, I'm saying they're just overdone. A trope that I don't fully enjoy anymore, I used to, and sometimes it's still good, is the trope that, like, it's the twist trope. Everything is not what it seems after a certain point. It always seems like this character A, is the bad guy, the evil villain, the horrible person, and then turns out, oops, surprise, that wasn't the case. It was somebody else. The twist was like, no, it's a big misunderstanding. And a super test tube on the shelf with black powder residue at the bottom. That is green. Well, red, maybe. Lucy, what color is that? Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient. Orange. Yeah, my color blindness struck really hard with that one. To construct a stable structure.
Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard.
Oh, there's the one that's black.
Too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
So something that did that trope subversively was the most recent Hell of a Boss short, Orphanage something. Basically, like, the Luna and Blitz were tasked to kill a Mr. Rogers type character, and everybody given the source material, everybody was expecting the guy to, like, have some form of twist evilness to him, and, like, there was a reason, like, he had a reason to be killed, but it turns out, no, this guy literally was just like a Mr. Rogers character, really good, really awesome, really had no reason to be killed. And that's a bit of a subversion that I kind of like. Lockbox sits on the desk, the latch begins to wear, blah, 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 the box inside remains locked. What's the letter say? In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arc information required for human transmutation. This is not Full Metal Alchemist. Stop it! The formation in these records likely originate from the Conrian art of Chemia. Chemicals, okay. But relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, and so I cannot guarantee that there are no errors or omissions. Does that mean I support your pursuit of this research? Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea of the dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Okay, like, this is going to be a little bit of a twisted rendition of it, but the creator and creation thing is kind of like a parent and child thing, though, isn't it? Because, like, two parents get together, they do a thing, the child is born. Isn't that a form of creation? So wouldn't that technically count as a form of creator and creation within our species? Obviously, that shouldn't be, like, how you view your child. You shouldn't view your child as solely your creation. You should view your child as your child. And you shouldn't view your parents as your creators. You should view them as your parents. But, like, on paper, it's kind of the same thing.
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
That would be a great opportunity to put in a reference to Full Metal Alchemist. Besides, you know, that was much too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. That's something I don't get. They said it was... What are the parts that we aren't aware of? Because there were parts that weren't shown off in the trial. So wouldn't that, like... That's what I don't understand, like, about this trial. Like, there was stuff that was omitted. Wouldn't that stuff kind of, like, make or break the case? FMA Fusion Dance moment. Lucy, I will ban you from my chat. We do not bring up the fusion dance from Full Metal Alchemist. We do not. Bad. Stop it. Get help. There's stacks of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Honestly, though, I feel like freaking Shu Tucker should have been punched a few more times. He was gonna die anyways. I feel like Ed should have been the one to kill him. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols. Others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Technically speaking, the triangle is an alchemical symbol. I think the upside down one is fire. Full Metal Fusion, more like Full Metal Trauma. That's the entirety of the show. Like the first two chapters. Also DMs. I'm checking the DMs. I swear if it's freaking Nina, I'm going to slap you. I wish I could put you in timeout. I wish I could put you in timeout. I'm going to have to talk to people about how to learn to do that.
Wow, these books are so fancy. Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
I'll put myself in timeout. Freaking better. I'm exhausted. You were feeling not good earlier, and then you streamed for a decent amount of time. So I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't feeling exhausted. I mean, I'm feeling exhausted. How many times do I have to freaking...
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
Sleep well when you get there, Kaz. I will attempt to. I hope you rest well, Lucy. Have a good night. I will see you on the morrow, my dear friend. Perhaps you can try using the power of Geo. Investigate the paper. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the result was the refinement was startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the... What is with the sensor bar? I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink.
Okay, at least they clarified it. At least they clarified it. And they did actually... I want to talk about this because it did... I've been watching some of the videos over again. Not my videos, but like just videos of the fight against that last boss. Yossagoth or whatever it is. Gasoithoth, that's it. Gasoithoth. So obviously, at certain points, his voice was overdubbed with static to try and, like, censor what he was saying. Like, to give us the effect that, like, we could hear it, sort of, but it was garbled. And I like that effect. I like that they did that, because it obviously shows that something in the world is trying to prevent the people who live in the world from, like, learning about it. It would not put it past me if the Heavenly Principles put up some form of filter to try and, like, prevent people from learning how to fight against it. And that's why there's censorship in like actual characters' words, and why creatures who are closer to the gods, like the Abyss creatures and some of the Archons, would understand what it's supposed to be and not be able to say it. Festering forces, which suggest a dragon spine could be involved somehow. It has something to do with creating synthetic life. Would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. And then notice the map with a few markings on it. Two of the marks correspond with the crime scenes, and the third one appears to be in the dragon spine. Okay, where's the X on the top one? I think the X on the top one is on the corner. So we have to go into the dragon spine to investigate. It's hard pill to swallow. Both the results of the joint investigation are correct. There could be a body hidden in the last location, or at the very least the remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found. Oh, Vent is calling.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff, all right. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So, Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhindaughter's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhindaughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo?
I don't think he would do
he's
this.
Our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right?
Okay, in my defense, not in my defense, but in Albedo's defense, what if he did it to a bandit? What if he did it to a Hilitroll?
Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned. Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
He made a mention that he saw something he shouldn't have. Should we question that?
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked location.
Have I unlocked this yet? Like, obviously, I hope Albedo isn't actually, like, committing crimes and killing people, but at the same time, given how this game goes... Given how this game plays, it would not surprise me if he did end up, like, committing the crime.
We should be getting close.
Though everything is covered in snow as the season adventure, you notice a spot on the ground. Looks quite different from its surroundings. What is happening on my phone? I don't care. I don't know what that is. The hole is completely empty and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up.
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove all traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why is this location marked in his notes? Did Albedo clone himself?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
Completes all your... There's still questions surrounding the identity of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been sent to forensics analysis. Wait, you guys can do that? I mean, I know, like, you can use bones and stuff to determine, like, the gender and age and stuff like that of a body. And you technically don't even really need actual, like, technology in order to do that, but you guys can do more forensic stuff than just, like, look at stuff? Because
What's wrong?
You don't really have much tech. They could be open to the public. I doubt public segment will be in...
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
But it doesn't seem like they are Mondstadt citizens.
Of course, we'll be there.
And why would he go for Mondstadt citizens when quite literally he could go anywhere out in the wild and find bandits? Okay, so Miles is up to something. Or Miles knows something. In fact, I think it's Miles that did it. Miles is being way too suspect. Whoops. Whee!
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Imagine if I had actually, like, moved on and played the game for, like, 2 in-game days. And then Paimon reminds me while I'm in the middle of the wilderness, let's go talk to Jean! Ready. Alright, let's see what this trial has to offer. I didn't do it. Why? Because I swear on the McDonald's menu. Actually, the joke is that you swear on the Wendy's value menu, but I'm dumb. Miss Eartha represents the prosecution, Miss Sky represents the defense. Have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains.
I don't think you need the church's medical office for that, but good show.
In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hanselman, male, 46 years old, marital status single, occupation hunter, consistent with the conclusion of the last trial. His disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. Dillick found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, he can conclude that the one of the victims, in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition. My concern is that they said that there's an improper way to dispose of a body. Improper disposal of a body. I feel like that kind of crime didn't come about until more modern era, didn't it? Because back in the time that this game is technically supposed to be mimicking, which would be medieval times, I would assume, because it's not colonial. People die a lot. Like a lot. I don't think it was too uncommon to find a random-ass dead body on the side of a road. Like, it's more uncommon now because, obviously, like, we have surveillance and stuff like that. It seems so weird that somebody would just die for no reason, but back in the day, like, it was common that everybody, like, somebody was going to die because of just how much out there wanted you dead. It was basically like Australia, but for the entire world.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
So, like, it wasn't too uncommon to find a dead body, like, shallow graved somewhere. It was weird if it was somebody who was, like, murdered in town and then disappeared and then found in a shallow grave, like, a mile up the road. But, like, there were always, like, random people with no relatives and stuff like that who just kind of, like, stopped existing because they died in the woods.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
I pulled you, didn't I?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed?
Isn't that technically speculation?
In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
Isn't that kind of missing the point?
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation.
Okay, so that tracks why you were like that. And it does track why Beatrice would be feeling like not being near Quinn. I mean, kind of, maybe.
Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
Hold up. How does Miss Hertha know these people know these things? So, Miss Hertha convinced Beatrice to speak up in court. So I assume that Beatrice kind of like confessed that she saw it. Donna, on the other hand, only just recently came forward with it and was once again convinced by Hertha.
Yes. Thank you.
Why do I get the feeling Miles and Hertha are a part of this?
Witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
Special investigator has also uncovered some relevant evidence on the subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
Following pieces of evidence uncovered in Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map, which is the 3 bodies. Map was found in the defendant's notes and marking corresponding to the description of the letter. Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize it's basically an admission to guilt, don't you? Technically, no. Since you uncovered the compartment, might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have, I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case, I'll give you that, but I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
Not really. I mean, if he's just saying the same thing over and over again, technically speaking, contempt of court is the thing. It's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses, I'm exercising patience. I don't like that phrasing.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Brushing off the snow, is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, there was something to do with the dragon spine. What reminds me... One of the locations marked... You're the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location on the map as well. Can you tell us what you found? Technically nothing. Also, why didn't we report this to Jean immediately? Like, why didn't we tell her that we investigated it?
Then, there must also have been a body.
Third location, the dragon spine, we already knew about it because it was in the compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered that the hole beneath the snow big enough to hide a body. There's also claw marks around the outside. But there was no body on any remains whatsoever. Okay, what does the first give me though? Okay, nothing. Albedo marked 3 different measurements. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seemed big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, the claw marks around the hole... Dragon Spine is home to all manner of monster and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug out the body? But why wasn't that the case at the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the third location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the holes of the third location wasn't made at the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Frigid climate, snow all year round, even it's home to various monsters and creatures who withstand cold. Encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo when we weren't the only ones. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. I was the one to investigate the office and believe the results raised a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there and the dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. This was all done by one person. Why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location, and the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect, unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Let me respond to Kazm's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to the map. but that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
He said things, not bodies. They were indeed never mind. And I did kill and bury someone on Dragon Spine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
Lady, you did not hear the sentence properly. You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspire, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body at the mountain, the 3rd location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day.
I missed this.
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
Lady, you are missing the story that is occurring in front of you. Stop talking.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
He admitting to murdering the person on Dragonspine Mountain. He didn't admit to murdering the other 2 people. You're the one jumping to conclusions. Granted, I understand you don't have the full story, so you're being stupid about it, but still. If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on my height with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you. So I was right, it does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Deal with it!
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
I killed someone that day, someone who looked nearly identical to me. He's literally spelling it out for you. Well, no, he's not. Appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you, too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies, the dragon Durin. Several hundred years ago, the Dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle and, with the help from Barbados, sealed his remains in the Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy. Interesting. One of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach. An unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... the homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery. But your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
Two of you look identical, but so just judging based on demeanor, The new arrival actually seems more like the Hearth I know.
That means nothing! By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter! How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago! Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this come as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic, you can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will, yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried that using the power could affect your accomplices. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way.
Whoa!
Come on, let's go!
Hey! They're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in
There
your
are others trying to get in! Must be more people under her control.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
If I have a chance to help before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used humans. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of the plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master D-Luke picked up the situation long before today's procedure. Wait. This was a trap? That's a slime. Those are hilitrals.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They're all monsters from Dragonspine, and Imperial was in it, but fear not, we've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. Also, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping the two of you could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
This is interesting, and I need to look... Okay, so first and foremost, I need to look up... optional objectives. Go to City Center, Angel Share. Okay. So those are the optional. That's the main one. Okay. So we'll go to these first. So... I need to look at...
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
And you're dead. Oh, you're unfortunate.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's all right. We really appreciate the help.
Where am I going? Okay, this way. So I know that there's talk about a duplicate Albedo. I don't remember that being part of his main story, though. So I need to. Hello.
Lupercal, it's you.
Oh, I'm on a flower. Ouch. Yeah, my Traveler is not good. Did they change Lisa's look?
It happened a lot before?
I feel like they changed the way Lisa looked.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
I swear her hair color... I think it's her hair color. Her hair color feels off to me. Hello?
Hold firm! Drag another wardrobe over here.
Ah, that's the Traveler's voice.
Monster has a lot of Electro characters. Wrong character, wrong character.
I summon thee! Doth thou wish to
live? Witness my great undertaking. Burst forth.
I don't know how to use these characters, and it's actually hindering me a little bit.
Mein Fräulein means to say that you should refrain from going out for the time being. We will continue to protect this area.
All right, but I've never seen a bird that can talk.
Ah, no need to worry. I'm Mein Fräulein's humble servant. Please
Oh, no, of course. I didn't mean it that way at all. I just...
I can't get over that. I feel like Lisa looks different. I'm not sure why I feel that way.
Bring it!
Oh, hey, Sucrose. I am Diluc.
Animal test 6308. Yeah.
Not more of you idiots.
Dodge this.
Swirl, Mark 2. Animal test 6308.
Cool it. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, see, he has his regular voice lines there.
Where are all these monsters coming from? My sword hand is cramping.
Wait, I think that's Captain Kaya's voice. Maybe he's coming to help. Just hang in there.
Oh, Captain Kaya, Swan is...
Hey, I'm fine. It's your leg we should be worried about. But, Master Diluc, didn't you leave the Knights of Favonius?
I feel like they changed Master Diluc's face too. His eyes seem bigger.
Understood. We're grateful for the
Yeah, thanks a million. We'll be back soon.
Like, Diluc's eyes feel bigger. For some reason, it feels like freaking Lisa's hair is off. I don't fully understand what's going on with these characters. Voice acting I can understand, but these... Are they actually changing the way they look? I don't get it.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please! Someone help me!
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens.
It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned.
I agree. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. Oh, it's gonna be pretty exhausting.
Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink after your trouble.
Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced.
Process of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies, as mentioned in the situation on Dragonspine. I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Oh! They were imposters. Some were the evidence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated two who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second was some teeth and bone.
The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest.
Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopper Flower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? I told you of Subject 2. In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed into a Wallflower in his Subject 3. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point there was something hidden in the hole you found. But Durin was becoming revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power have the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture to Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence, but those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent of which a person has been affected is hard to perceive.
You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange? Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged to the surface and seized control.
That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash its power, all those under the influence become violent, and thus we would know who is affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help.
We will use the power of Enema to restrain them for now. This should give the Knights of Favonius time to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and the short of the situation. Time to activate the thing, right?
So, if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone can hear me. Loud and clear, all units, what's your status?
Good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city.
Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness the Traveler, Paimon, and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot.
Get lied to. We should check on the status of the other region.
Thanks, friend. May the Animo Archon protect you. I've got things covered here.
Nice soaring shot. The first trial. No, because of you. Weren't nervous enough. Oh wait, are you saying like was he saying like Kaya wasn't like acting nervous enough and could have given away the whole like spiel?
Don't get frostbite. Time for retribution. Oh, so sorry.
Ouch. And you're dead.
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
I thought Luke was saying that Kaya was an imposter, but I guess not.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maintaining control over the main road inside means maintaining control over the battle as a whole.
So what's the status of...
Oh, under control, don't worry. Thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were the one on my you were on my side by the end. Yeah, suspicion since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
I need to keep going until this is done. Otherwise, I can't leave. You're fully healed, right? Yep. No! It died! I'm spamming it! It won't activate again! There we go.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back on the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Maybe you can give me a hand. We can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic, and your party should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. Why is she so dark-skinned? Like, her skin looks zombie. Like, her skin looks like that of a zombie, and I don't fully understand it. Gray-skinned. Gray-skinned is the word I should say. Are they sisters? I feel like they're sisters. Oh, she's in a well. Hey, it's Benny. I love seeing all the Mondstadt characters doing their best. Amber and who was that? Oh, it's Mika. I don't think I've pulled Mika. 25 Hula Trolls, 2 Blazing Axe Meta Trolls, and a bunch of different slimes. What do we do? Urch! Have this. Ouch. Ah, you got exploded. Ouch. Whoops. What do I do here?
Precision strike.
Oh. Interesting. Goodbye. Ouch. You are evil, and I don't like you. Stop it.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt. Hey,
Have this. Damn it. Nah. Bang. Oops, I threw that completely off the mountain.
Neutralizing threats. Leave the wounded to me.
Interesting. Okay, then I guess I'll do this. Damn. Have fun with that. I love that little nightmare. Okay, so I killed you.
Precision strike.
Mika's an interesting character, to say the least. At least he's a healer.
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
I get chills thinking about a monster replacing someone close to you and you're none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, those monsters won't be a threat to us again. The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. So you didn't know Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps and no need to... They couldn't risk Amber spoiling it for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kai's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with an idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Herth's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposters saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear in the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
What?
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yeah, I'll say. The enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertz's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself that she had enough to strike.
How did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbara already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we are talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be the right moment, or it would give the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
I didn't even know there was a plan. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had to. I had a reason. This might sound intuitive. Might not sound intuitive, but I need to make. But I did to make the plan even stronger. Blech! From the beginning, I knew I had to leave letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on the Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. Perfect time for us to strike. Yeah.
Aw, that means a lot.
It was us she should be saying that you on your night. Okay, so...
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Oh my goodness, there's so many optional objectives. Go to Cattail. I'm near Cattail. Diona special! Okay, so I don't actually have to fight. I just have to interact. I need the speed. I'm stuck.
Gotta say, when I saw you on the side of the road, I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Poor Benny.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that.
Her name is
I
Vile.
was
Oh
trying to
no.
run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
Poor Benny.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here. Got it. I'll take her there right away.
Good thing I talked to Diona first. Yoink. At least they made travel easier, but I feel like with...
Leave it all to me.
Have this. Haha, get blasted.
Moment of birth. Come into being.
I must leave no stone unturned.
I hate that it raises me up.
As a good knight should.
Burst forth.
Almost done. But holy crap, it's taking forever. Whee!
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry.
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second. Crush!
Beg for mercy.
Jumpty Dumpty Go. What?
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She's not to be underestimated.
Feel this ancient power.
Albedo, you can't be serious. Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't... Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
Clea is a nightmare, but I love it. My Traveler is garbage, and I really need to boost him up. Get into the wind. Yeet myself. That way I don't freaking die.
We're back!
Amber?
Hi, everyone. Oh, well, wait. Does that mean you saw me running for my life? kidding. But you're right, it was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Of course! I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger.
During his place, emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found the fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling. It's close!
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle we were talking about your transfer to 7th Company, you were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction, and why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well because you're under Durin's influence and you're not. You have been since your trip to the Dragon Spine over 6 months ago. She's trying to flee. Don't move. Let's continue the discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. Goodies. I like goodies. So what, Durin's just basically throwing a tantrum? Alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Okay, as long as...
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling... I don't know what that word was. New Tradition Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago.
I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either.
What's with the Sparkle show? He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is a gathering of 3 parties, the Hexen Circle, the Ameno Archon, and the Joint Forces of Knights and Church. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between... Varco has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree on a very important request. Namely, Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid in the nation. Yes, now I have a request of my own.
Of course! Traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait. Barbados?
Varka? Oops, wrong contact. Sorry, Varka, you're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Yes. Well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
All right, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
I love that interaction.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Seems like a bit much.
Hello? Who is this? Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine. It's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the tripartite conference, right?
Tripartite.
I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me and Alice.
Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I wish to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Be right where? Here as in the office?
Hello again, everyone.
What? Alice is a giant puffball? A giant dodoko. Got it. Okay.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Eccentricity, thy name is Alice.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Am I free yet? I am free. Can I leave this without triggering any? Okay, so I need to go upstairs for that. Alright, so we're going to continue this after the matter of fact, because I didn't realize how long it was. Oh my goodness. And I can return to special story mode at any time. Oh, amazing. I'm glad I switched to the PS5 for this, because the smoothness and just, it feels a lot more reliable. Is there anybody we want to raid today? Is anybody even awake? Might as well raid Rocco. I don't really have any new clips, but who cares? I'm in the wrong window. What is he playing anyways? Dark Pictures analogy, The Devil in Me, dark, spoopy, scary game. Brr. We're rating Rocco. He's playing a dark, scary game. Drop by, say hi, let him know your good time, bad time, blah, 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 all the good stuff.